Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and today we're actually doing long distance with one of our new Team Bolivar members, Stephanie Johnston. Stephanie, thanks for joining us this morning, is with First Service Mortgage, and she's got a lot of experience, and I'll tell you right now, she's actually not here, but she has homes here. She does financing down here, and we're going to talk a little bit about one, how they do it, because I've had the pleasure of eating dinner with her and talk about financing, especially if it's a first home, a second home, maybe an investment property. She has the experience to make it work down here and can help you get different things. Stephanie, when we were talking earlier, I was talking about creative financing, and you said, well, it's really not that. It's really knowing where a person wants to be and helping them get there.
Yeah, I think that first off, thanks for having me on. Exciting times. And yes, I do a lot of lending down in Bolivar. I love it. We come all the time. I wish I could be there 24/7, but
well,
fortunately, I can only be there part of the time.
Here.
I know I do. And we use it all the time. That's where I joke. Make more money on it for renting it, but I want to use it. I want to come. I love Bolivar. So with lending, we do a lot of stuff down there in terms of the lending, and there's different challenges, different types of purchase. So we do a lot of everything from a first-time home buyer and those type of products to an investor to a second home. And I think that the big thing in lending is making sure that I gather all the information about a client and then making sure I look at their goals. So where do we want to be? And then a lot of people might be there or be able to meet their goals today, and they just don't realize it. And sometimes it's the fear of calling us. And I promise I'm not scary. So if you have a lending question, just call and ask it. And then if there is anything that maybe, whether it's affordability or whether it's saving up some cash, whether it's a little credit work, tax returns because you're self-employed, we always want to chat, help you, and then figure out if there is what we call a goal to gap or anything we need to do to get you to where you've been able to be successful in home ownership.
And you do primary residence, and you also get into a lot of investment property down here. Yes. What's the difference if someone comes down here and says, I'm going to buy a primary home, it's going to be my primary home. What's the difference between that versus I've got a home in Houston or Dallas, but I want to get into some rental property, vacation property. What's the difference in financing for those?
So there's kind of three different categories. There's one we define as a primary. So primary by a mortgage definition means that you're going to work there and commute daily to your job if you are working, or work remote. So you're going to be living there majority of the time at your house, your homestead. So that you're going to have lower down payments. Down payments as little as 3% down. Then you go into secondary properties, so like a vacation rental, and that can be someone even in Houston, just that close, that's looking to buy. So you do, that's 10% down, showing you're gonna, have that as a secondary residence. Then we have investment property loans, which would mean you're going to long-term rental, short-term rental. You're going to use it part of the time. You're going to use it as making money. Minimum down payment on that's going to be 15% or more. Then we have products that you can do in a personal name, and we do also have some business loans. So we can do them in your business name in an LLC, which there's some benefits. So the good news is we have access and are familiar with both to be able to best see what fits the clients.
And the more information you have about a person or a business, the better you can do your job. Just from what I've been talking to you a little bit and talking to Beth, and we're going to do some shows down the road with 110 Realty Group, which I think uses you quite a bit, and First Service, ServiceFirst, from both aspects. But the more information people can give you, whether it's good or bad, actually makes it better for you, knowing exactly where you need to look and what you need to do.
Correct. I know we're the big scary lenders, that someone says, oh, I don't want to tell my lender this. No, please do. Please do.
You're going to find out sooner or later.
We'll find out anyways. We have some ways to do that. But I think the good news is you're correct. If someone tells me everything and anything, and we can look at a full financial picture, we can also best advise. We want to get you qualified, but we want to put everybody in a good, healthy financial situation. So if we know everything and we know the full story of what's going on and what you want to do and your goals, you're going to be more successful. And then we're going to be able to give you advice if there is any challenge along the way, how to solve it. That's why we're here.
Right. And is there something people can do if you could give one advice to help people with their credit? What's the one thing that you think people overlook that they really need to pay attention to?
I think you can get.
I'm putting you on the spot because we didn't talk about this.
I think my answer is Google is not always right. It's going to give you some good advice, but it's not always correct. And so the main thing, if there's any concerns with credit, is number one, that a mortgage score, an auto score, a consumer credit report, a credit card, you could pull all those in the same day. They would all be different scores. So first off, your credit score is not always what you think it is for a mortgage. So when we pull your credit report, it can look different because there's different algorithms that rate in a mortgage, say, than a consumer report. So one, each report's different. And then two, we can actually do good planning. So we can do what's called a soft pull, which is not a credit inquiry. And I can pull it in and see where you're at, see your score, get all of that information. So if there is any concerns with credit, I would actually say call us first, get a plan versus doing something that I'm actually drop your score on your own.
Okay, cool. Well, if people want to, and we've got your website information on here, but if people want to call you or email you, or what's the best way to get hold of you if they have questions? Maybe they're thinking about doing investment or buying a second home. What's the best way to get hold of you so that they can start the ball rolling and you can get them going on what they need to get to you?
Any of them work. So we've got our website, team email, phone number, text, whatever your means of communication work for myself and my team. So reach out and we're happy to help. So we've got all that contact information on the site. Use any that work for you and we're happy to help out.
Great, great. Well, I look forward to doing some stuff with you down here. If not, we'll just keep shooting cameras back and forth and come up with some more. A mortgage lender is something that we've never had on Team Bolivar, and we're starting to get a lot of different businesses that are coming down, putting money into the community, getting involved with Team Bolivar. And, our goal is to promote the business and for tourism and economic growth, which in turn helps the businesses. So Stephanie, thanks for everything you're doing down here. Thanks for choosing Bolivar for your investment properties and your vacation getaways too. So we're going to head on out. We'll be back next week, same time, with another show with Stephanie or somewhere here on Bolivar that they sponsor. Want to thank them for jumping on board with Bolivar Live. And I'm David Harris with Bolivar Live. Until next time, y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.